because I didn't need to know about that, and I made $15,000 my first try. What's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you clicked on it. Today's video, I decided to take a break from content about me and decided to make content for you guys. But I'm not saying that you didn't get anything from my previous videos. I'm just saying that with this one, you acquire a new skill. The skill that I'm talking about is making money in other ways. We are in an epidemic. Things are closing. Like the video said, the casino's closing. Only for 2 weeks. And that's bad for the employees because that's no job for them. But it's also bad for you. That's just another opportunity of income that's not accessible to you or to me. And that's not fair. We should definitely explore other channels that are definitely accessible to us. And the channels I'm going to tell you about, it's 24/7. You can access this at your fingertips, in your cell phone. Most of us have one, so you definitely can access this. But what I will tell you is that I will not go crazy balls deep into what I'm about to say because I don't want to confuse you guys. I don't want to scare you guys. Alright? I'm not here to increase your heart rate. I'm only here to increase your coin. It can get really crazy sometimes just for the knowledge. But that's not what you need to know because I didn't need to know about that. And I made $15,000 my first try. The way I got it was because of the pandemic. The pandemic for the stimulus check. I don't know what you did with your 1,200. I don't know if you got it once or twice, but I don't know what you did with yours. Hopefully it definitely did something pretty good because we deserve more of it though, but hopefully it did something good for you now. What I did was I just tossed it at the stock market and then that happened. But with those highs, there was also lows. And that's why I've been taking a break. Because after I successfully So I wanted to take a long break. But I see the opportunities, what's going on. I see things are closing. It's also like restaurants shutting down. Now working 3 of them. So not only the advice that I'm gonna give you guys, I'm also taking. And I've actually been doing the past couple of days. I'm excited to get back. When you understand the basics, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun. It might actually kind of consume you. Just make sure you understand everything of yourself. Make sure you know how to control yourself and all that stuff, but I won't go into that. Okay, so just follow along. I'll get your toes wet into the whole process, and then let's ride this gravy train of opportunity. Because I guarantee you one thing, the stock market was here yesterday, it was here today, and it's here tomorrow. And over time, it always grows and grows and grows, no matter what. And if we fall together. Let's begin. Okay, let's get into this. Step 1. Step 1 is to make you money before the video is even done. Okay, now where's that pesky little link? Oh, there it is. Alright, throw that up there. So this link right here. Click on this link in the description and what you'll get is on the house stock from the app Robinhood. You can use other apps, but I use Robinhood because it's visually appealing and it's super easy to understand and navigate. But don't spend any money just yet. Only do that when you feel comfortable. For now, just enjoy that free cash that over time will increase in value. For example, I had 4 people sign up with my link months ago, and now all my stocks are at least triple to actually 5 times the amount of the free stock I got at that value at that time. For example, the stock called Plug, P-L-U-G, you type into the search bar, it was around $5 when I got the free stock. I didn't take it seriously, I just let it do its thing, and now it's worth $25. It's kind of cool because I didn't do anything for them. People just used my link, and then the person that clicked on the link got a free stock, I got free stock, and from March up until now, I guarantee you their stocks also have tripled and quadrupled and all this fun stuff. I'm doing nothing. So, if you didn't get anything out of the video, I gave you an opportunity to get free cash for doing nothing. Alright, so if you don't want to go into detail on what you're about to play with, then you got free stock, free cash. Congratulations. Your time was useful. But if you want to go into a little bit deeper and just touch the surface of what you're going to be touching and playing with, then I got you, okay? To start, I'm just going to pull advice from one of my most favorite videos that I've done in a while. and that was the ravioli/drunk relationship. If you remember, the first advice was knowing what you're playing with, knowing what you're signing up for. In the app, you can make money through stocks, Bitcoin, or this thing called options. I'm gonna start with the most safest and simplest investment option, which is stocks. Stocks is like taking care of a child. It's a relationship. It's something you do not abandon and you feed constantly. Portion/deposits can be anything from $2 to whatever you feel comfortable with. You don't have to dip your toes into any big stock names like Amazon or Tesla to return a profit. There's other ways you can do it. Just pick anything you like, anything that you care for, because it's going to be a brand new child and it'll grab your heart. To help you decide what kind of stock you might want to do, I'm going to give you examples of how you will return a profit through the stock method. So say a stock is worth $25, okay, and you put in $10. When that stock becomes $50, that's when your profit will double from $10 to $20. Now, say you put $10 into a stock that is worth $3,200 like Amazon. The only way you're gonna reach that $10 to $20 profit is if Amazon doubles its stock price. So from $3,200, it needs to go another $3,200 upwards in order for you to make your $10 turn to $20. You see the difference there? Simple, that's all you need to know about stocks. That's the only way you can make profit off of them. The next option method that you can definitely use in the app is called Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like being in your 20s. You're still growing and you're learning your purpose. And at times, you will make power moves that will turn people's heads. The way you make profit through Bitcoin is the same way you make it through stocks. And you can actually bet on what the Bitcoin price might be next week, in 3 months, or in a year. Now that is called futures. You're just betting on what the price might be. And if the price goes in what you might predict, up or down, then you will be rewarded heavily. And I mentioned this thing called futures. Not only does Bitcoin have futures, but stocks also have futures. And betting futures on stocks is completely different. It has its own method for profit. And that's the last one. And that's a method that I use to make my $15,000 in 2 weeks. That method is called options. It is the most riskiest, most rewarding, and fastest way to build a profit. All options is just investing in the stock's potential future results. The beauty of playing with the options is that you can make money and big money on the stock going up or down. Because all you are is just betting on the direction and the results of that stock within a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 3 months, and so on and so forth, up until even in a year. Now what I'm about to tell you is not complicated, but it will be the most complicated thing to understand in this whole video. With options, you buy things called contracts. Now what are contracts? In the real world, contract is two users agreeing to certain procedures and rules and results. Now the only thing that you agree in the contract is the time that it'll take to reach a certain price point of that stock. So let's use the stock GoPro for example. Right now the stock is around $8.30 and I think the stock will continue to go up. So I want to buy contracts that are gonna make me profit when the option in the stock goes up and up. Now it's almost that easy, but what you gotta pick is what is the price point you think the stock is gonna get within that week. Say I believe the stock next week is gonna reach $10. Now, I gotta go buy the contract. And buying the contract, you can either buy a thing called a call or a put. A call contract is when you think the contract is going to go up. So I'm going to buy a call contract because I think GoPro is going to continue to go up and up and up. But you buy a put contract if you think it's going to go down. So just remember, like you're putting down, you're putting down, and the contract needs to go down in order for you to make profit. So as you see, the $10 call contract is worth 0.05. Now that is $5. Now if I were to look at options, call options that were months down the road but still trying to hit that $10 price point, the price of the contract is going to be drastically more expensive. I have way more time on my hands. Having more time on my hands gives me a better opportunity of that stock actually reading that contract price. With less time equals less expensive of the contract, more time equals more expensive because it's more likely to happen. Now with all this talking about time, I want you to understand an option is like buying a gallon of milk. Now just like milk, contracts have expiration dates. The time you bought that contract / milk and the time expiration date is what you have until the thing is worth no more. So I advise you, when it's time to buy your contract/milk, buy it out 3 weeks in advance so that you can take hits along the way. Not every day is going to be perfect. Someone's going to leave the milk out for a couple hours, or the stock's going to have a terrible day. You're going to need some breathing room to make sure that your product/contract just doesn't die on day one, and then you're stuck with this thing that you bought and invested money into. Alright, so those are the 3 methods that you can make money through Robinhood. First one is stocks, second one is Bitcoin, third one is options. Now that you know what you're playing with, where do you go? Alright, I'll take you to the water. I'll take you to the promised land. But you gotta do the work at the end, because I'm not gonna give you exactly what to pick and how to do this, because you're gonna get mad at me. So I'm gonna avoid that. But I'm gonna teach you a method that way you can't go wrong. I'd rather lead you to this thing called the common sense method. The first scenario I'm going to tell you about is Tesla. For whatever some reason, Tesla stock always goes up and crazy after annual conference meetings. It's probably because of the products they launch, but every time they do an annual conference, their stock always goes up and up and up. It's common sense. You would think the same thing for Apple, but it's not the case. There's a lot of emotions and opinions when Apple does their conferences, because they get rid of things, they change things, and then that doesn't get people to be happy the whole time. With Tesla, everyone's always excited about their advancements. Oh my. The next common sense scenario I'm going to tell you is where you can definitely connect. You'll be like, oh my god, I should have done that. For the past months, there's been many companies trying to produce a successful vaccine. There's only 2 right now. There's Pfizer and Moderna. You can see where I'm going with this. These stocks have accelerated in value, and so quickly. These 2 medical groups have created a successful vaccine, and with all this positive news, their stocks are going crazy up and fast, which is good for options. You want some crazy moves in your option contracts. The more intense of it going in one direction, the better it is for your results of the contract. And what's good news is that the vaccine is not even out yet, but the stock still goes up and up. So this might be a time to also invest in them again. The last scenario I want to give to you of options and stocks that you can play with because of the pandemic would be at-home applications like Zoom and Slack. These apps have been dominating the market. Every week we always see big stories of big increased values of stock because people are using them every day more than ever. Now, what kind of stocks you might not want to invest in or might want to buy puts/options for? That's right. Any travel companies like airlines or cruise ships, their stocks have gone down. This is where you take action and you pivot to options. And like I said, with options, you can make money going up or down as long as you just guess the direction of the stock's performance. That's all that matters. Now, with all those scenarios, they all have a theme. And that theme is big moves. Big moves that affect our society. Alright guys, and there you go. There, I led you to the opportunity. Hopefully you'll drink the water and unlock your dreams, because you have them and it deserves attention. So, hopefully you'll drop a like or a sub if you too would like to help me unlock my dreams. A new video every week, and I already have the next one in my mind, so I cannot wait to start that after I edit this bad boy. Hopefully you got something out of this video, and I'll see you next week.